Hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show, and welcome to today's program, friends. It's a beautiful day. I tell you what, the fall is certainly my favorite time of the year, and we have a stunningly beautiful day out here on the range to be shooting. We're glad you can join us because let me tell you what, friends, every day that we're out here, you know, there's not a bad day to shoot, just some are better than others, as we like to say, and certainly our time this past weekend there at Muscle Shoals on the range in the rain still had a lot of fun. It is great sport. It's something that so many of us enjoy. It is our heritage. It is our right to own firearms, to shoot guns, to hunt, to enjoy the great legacy of the United States of America. We're indeed proud to be here, friends, and as we're taping this is Wednesday afternoon, a little after 2 o'clock Eastern time, 1 o'clock here in Central. And George Bush has just won again. But that doesn't matter. He's won the recount again. So they're going to recount it and recount it and recount it until enough vote fixing is in so it will pronounce Al Gore the winner in Florida. Of course, we're waiting on the absentee ballots. So many of you, I've talked with people all over the country, certainly around the country on our radio broadcast on the American Freedom Network. By the way, you can get our radio broadcast on the internet. If you don't get it, if you can't get it on your satellite dish, or we don't have a local affiliate in your area, you can get our Thinking Right radio show every day from 3 to 5 Eastern, 2 to 4 Central, 1 to 3 Mountain, and noon until 2 o'clock Pacific time. You can get it by going to the internet at www.americanewsnet.com. Again, americanewsnet.com. You can get our radio show live, and our radio programs are indeed very, very important because we reach a different audience. A lot of people who don't have access to a satellite dish or the cable company, and then we're there 6 days a week. So the radio programs are extremely important in our efforts. But what's just come across, excuse me, what's just come across the news is that Florida, again, the recount still shows Bush as the winner. And friends, as we've said for weeks now, I don't see Bush as a savior. I see the election of George Bush as buying us as gun owners, us as patriotic Americans, buying us some time. Because, friends, our Constitution is literally being overrun by the liberal socialists. And you see, and I really believe George Bush probably won by 10 percentage points, maybe more. And one of the reasons the Democrat socialists are so upset is because they cheated so hard and they still came up a little bit short. They can't believe it themselves. They said, you know, we went to all the trouble to cheat, we still came up short. What are these Americans out there? Who do they think they are? They want to run their own lives. Who do they think they are? And that's exactly what Hillary Clinton thinks. That's exactly what these liberal socialists, what the Goreites, what the Clintonistas think. They say, who do we think we are wanting to run our own lives? Now, what a concept. And you see, friends, we've heard also from other news sources, we've talked about it here, we know for sure now, some of the electors around the country are starting to get threatening phone calls. You see, in half the states, the electors are not bound by law to vote for the popular vote in their state. We've already heard, see, it would only take a couple. It would only take 2 or 3 to change their vote away from what they're supposed to do, observing the will of their people, and the election is going to be back to another 4 years of liberal socialism at its worst. And friends, you know, we understand, you know, this couldn't be going on without the major media support. If people in the major media came out and said, Vice President Gore, look, you've lost, you know, Bush won in spite of everything, give it up. If the major media, but they won't, because the major media is in step with the liberal socialists, as we've said how many times. Now, friends, that's what makes fair television, it's what makes gun TV so important. How long have I been saying this on television and on radio? That if we don't get some sources for our side of the argument, all is lost. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing these shows. That's why we go to the trouble and the work, and trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot, friends. That's why we go to this extended level of work to put our shows on the air. That's why so many of you have sacrificed to help us. Friends, that's why we got to do it. If we don't get more of a media presence for our side as gun owners, as free and patriotic Americans on television, all is lost. And those things that many of us have feared are in the making for a breakdown of our country. Friends, we can fight back. You know, we're here against all odds, but we're here. We're here because so many of you have wanted us on television. And friends, if you can help us stay on the air, please, you know our address, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Dublin, Louisiana, the zip code 71024. If you can tell someone, if you got one of our kits, tell someone else so we can sell them a kit for our 460 rolling cartridge. The cartridge has been a gigantic help for the project. No, we haven't made vast amounts, but hey, we're still on the air. It's really helped. And so please help us that way if you can. Friends, this is a fight for the very survival of the concept our founding fathers laid down over 200 years ago that has enabled this country to become the most powerful, the greatest nation on earth with regards to morality in the past, with regards to trying to do what was right, even having, I tell you what, if you don't believe the strength of our founding fathers, they were gifted for laying out a system. Look how we have survived as a country, even though for the last 8 years we've had a Marxist in the White House, an utterly corrupt leader in the White House, and we still survived. We've survived since the Woodrow Wilson administration in an abject teardown of our principles here, but we're still here, and we've got a fighting chance to restore it. Well, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to show you some neat stuff, friends. So glad to have you with us. We're glad to be here. Let's get another shooting show underway. Friends, we've got some of our international targets here, and you know, buckshot is really an amazing combination. But you know, what if we don't have our shotgun with us? We can still have massive raw horsepower with our 460 cartridge. I rest my case.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, this is the new Georgia Arms 20th anniversary catalog. Of course, has a memorial there to our good friend Jim Clark there on the cover. This is a terrific catalog from the finest ammunition maker in the United States. They have all kinds of great prices on all sorts of ammunition: 243 Winchester, 270s, 7.62 by 39 Russian, all kinds of great stuff. They've even got 308 tracers, 30-06 tracers, all kinds of neat stuff here in this great new Georgia Arms catalog. They have components if you want to load your own ammo, and look here, we've got the Shooting Show in our new a 460 Rowland kit on sale as well. Georgia Arms has the best prices for custom grade ammunition that I'm aware of in the United States. And guess what else? They're helping to support our shooting show. Friends, give them a call today. Free phone call, free catalog, 1-800-624-6861, 1-800-624-6861 from Georgia Arms. And please remember to tell them that you heard it and saw it here on our program. Now, friends, many of you will recognize this little takedown 22. This is the Feather semi-automatic 22 carbine from the folks there in Eaton, Colorado, Feather USA. And these are such neat little guns. They have so many different features and is just one of the most fun 22s I've ever encountered. But you know, we have another bag over here, and let's see what we have here. Well, we've got a bipod, we've got a magazine, but that's not a 22 long rifle magazine. And let's see, look, we have bigger brother here. This is the new Feather carbine in 9mm chambering. Let's take a closer look. Friends, this is such a neat concept. They come in these little cases. We'll take our stock off the gun there, and now we'll go ahead and put our barrel in place. To put the barrel in place, we want the bolt at the locked open position there. You got a nice substantial groove there. Take off the barrel retainer nut, and we'll take, and it can't go wrong, it can only go one way. On one way it'll work. Slide the barrel in place, get it down there, put the nut on top of it, and there is the barrel. Go ahead and put the stock in place. Remember, these stocks are adjustable for length of pull here. You have a detent or a release right here where you can get about an inch or so there of stock adjustment. Okay, we're going to check it to be sure. Barrel's good and tight. Magazine in place. Isn't that one of the slickest things? And in comparison to the 22, it's just a larger version, a very similar concept, just a larger version. And of course, this is in 9mm Luger. Now, friends, we have a combination of fixed sights, or actually what would be called iron sights. Looks like it's a high-strength polymer here of some kind. Very easy to see. Open sights, that would be more correct probably. And of course, one of the options with these guns is the see-through sights here with scope mounts. So if you don't want to use your scope, you know, many of us in the woods, if you come upon a game animal or something's very close to us, there's no time to find with great magnification in a scope. Open sights have a huge advantage. So what you would do, instead of going for your scope, just shift under to your open sights, which is very easy. These guns come with an available 20-round magazine, and the original 9s have been set up for a full metal jacket type arrangement, and I sort of understand that. You know, the 9mm is not a terribly powerful caliber, but one of the things the 9 does in the full metal jacket application, it has a lot of penetration. And with a little cartridge like the 9, for certain applications, for police duty, for security duty, where you would have maybe a burst of 9mm fire, I can kind of see that. But we're encouraging the factory because when you give the 9 a longer barrel, you're going to pick up some velocity, so it becomes comparable to, shall we say, maybe a light .357 Magnum. It certainly gains power. So my own suggestion to the factory is to develop an arrangement, a feeding arrangement that will use the jacketed hollow points out there. And with the jacketed hollow point, this little gun would have some real potential for home defense. Of course, it can be used for home defense or a great plinker, a great outdoor fun gun. And I tell you, if you had to defend yourself, or maybe around camp, something like that, on the larger animals, since the 9mm is somewhat shy on power, that's where the penetration factor might really be of some use. Because obviously the little gun, you take it down, it's stowable, put it in the backpack, easily carried. And we have seen, it's just a one of the simplest and neatest designs I have come across. Very robust, but very, very simple. Let's watch it in recoil. We have some loaded in the magazine there. And watch it in recoil with the 9mm. Push our safety off. And here we go. Let's use our open sights here. They just straight line recoil, just very. And I like reliability. If you're going to have a semi-automatic, the first consideration, as far as I'm concerned, is reliability. Friends, the way this gun works, here is, of course, your bolt handle here. You can lock it open like so. You have a massive bolt here, which is excellent. This is the magazine release. This is your safety. And it's difficult to get your finger on the trigger. This is a good idea. With the safety on, you first, to get your finger comfortably on the trigger, you're going to have to push that safety off, which I like that. Good concept. A good concept there. Very, very simple to operate, of course. Here's the magazine well. Magazine goes in right here. Snaps in place. An excellent arrangement for a semi-automatic carbine.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
On June 2nd, Colorado Republicans held their state convention in Denver. Although the media was there, they hardly got the whole story. Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, RMGO, volunteers applied hunter orange stickers to convention goers that said, GOP does not mean gun ownership is prohibited. Support the Second Amendment. More than 2/3 of the building would wear this lapel sticker before the end of the day. Governor Bill Owens' reception by Colorado Republicans was chilly, since he was responsible for successfully pushing several gun control items during the recent legislative session. When he began his speech, more than half of the 3,200 delegates and 1,000 alternates raised RMGO printed signs that said, "No more gun control, period." 50-some members of RMGO walked up to the stage shouting, "Liar," and "No more gun control." Owens tried to ignore the demonstration, but couldn't. Clearly, the governor cut his speech short when the "No more gun control" chant drowned him out. Was this demonstration proper? I can think of no more appropriate place than that to voice our displeasure with Governor Owens' views and his betrayal of his oath of office. This demonstration was as appropriate as a crime victim crying out for help. Every 4 years, the GOP state convention elects delegates and alternates to the national convention, where the party's platform is set. Rocky Mountain Gun Owners had been working hard to stack the state convention. In April, they sent thousands of pieces of mail out to gun rights supporters, urging them to go to their precinct caucus, a requirement to be a delegate, to the state convention. RMGO handed out an anti-gun slate of people that would undoubtedly make delegate, and usually do. This anti-slate listed elected officials, both former and current, as well as party regulars who have compromised our rights and couldn't be counted on to vote for a solid, no-compromise gun rights platform. Of those people, only Governor Owens and the party chairman even made it as delegate. Governor Owens came in 4th in total votes, a total embarrassment to Representative Joe Nunez, Senator Marilyn Musgrave, and a hardcore conservative party activist. RMGO also put out a pro-gun slate consisting of delegate wannabes that will accept no compromise of our Second Amendment rights, regardless of the wishes of party leadership. All of the pro-gun slate made delegate, except one person, who made it as first alternate. Very few on our pro-gun list were big-name people within the party, while everyone they put on the anti-gun slate were the big-name politicos. In essence, RMGO cleaned their clocks. From Washington, this is Larry Pratt with Gun Owners of America.
For more information on Gun Owners of America, the only no-compromise gun owners group in the Washington, D.C. area, you can give them a call, area 888-886-GUNS, free phone call, 888-886-4867. Remember, friends, they're helping to keep us on the air. Let's help them as well.
Another feature I like is the camouflage. Some of you like this, some of you won't. They have a number. You can get it in black or several different patterns. Many options on the little feather guns. And of course what we're waiting for is our 460 Rowlands version, which they're telling us is going to be available hopefully in the very near future. A lot of you are going to want that as well, but certainly the 9 is a lot of fun. Let's see how easy it is to hit something with it. Got our shot stop out here. Friends, I tell you what, these are such neat and fun little guns, also exhibiting much greater accuracy than we would normally expect from, say, a 9mm handgun. This is something that we're certainly trying to assist the Feather USA company on. We appreciate their consideration for our 460 project, and I honestly believe that these little guns have a lot of potential. And who knows what's going to be happening in our country. We don't know how long that anyone is going to be able to buy a gun. Certainly we hope for a long time. That's why we're here. But we wanted to show you we're going to be doing another test. We have another model that we could not get on the program today that I think you're really going to find interesting. But we wanted to start off showing you the bigger brother of the Feather line there. And of course we are waiting on our 460. But I think these guns again have a lot of potential. Many of you are going to be interested in finding out more of where you can get one.
Friends, for more information on Feather USA products, give them a call, 1-800-519-0485. Be sure and tell them you saw it here.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
For folding stocks, for pistol grips, for regular stocks, for replacement stocks, for magazine extension tubes for your shotgun, for magazine replacement springs for your shotgun. How about the executive eye scraper, the executive letter opener, all from Choate Machining Tool when you call for a free catalog. You can get the executive letter opener, a multi-purpose tool, or the executive eye scraper, a multi-purpose tool, for only your choice, only $2 when you call for a free Choate catalog. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value. Friends, if you're a shooter or a gun owner, you need one of the Choate Machining Tool Company catalogs. Call them today, 1-800-972-6390. In Ball Knob, Arkansas, they're helping to support our project. You need one of their catalogs. Again, 1-800-972-6390. And please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our show. You know, the 44 Magnum is a great cartridge, but it has a lot of noise and a lot of recoil. Wouldn't it be nice to have the same power level in the slim and compact and lightweight 1911 style gun? Same power level, not nearly as much or recoil. You can have it with our pistol kit. Here's the 45 Auto on a water bottle target. Now let's shoot the other target with the same gun fitted with our .460 Rowland pistol kit. Or how about the power of this lever action rifle in a lightweight, handy semi-automatic carbine? The .460 Rowland MechTech carbine conversion unit for the 1911 frame is only $345 plus shipping, and the .460 Rowland pistol kit for the 1911 pistol is only $275 plus shipping.
Friends, we'll remind you a broadcast copy of our shooting shows are archived at Jim's House of Videos, area 318-869-0439, or on the internet at jimshousevideos.com. And now for our support group, we have Custom Leatherwork and Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. We have Brooks Communication for all your communication needs there in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area. We have our good friend Dennis Crocker, firearms trainer. Also, Dennis has the rules for our GRA shooting scenarios. And we have Gearlings Equipment Rentals, heavy equipment rentals in Southern California. And let's close out today's program with some more machine gun action from our fun gun shoot there in Alabama a week or so ago.
This is the Egyptian AK, and this guns tend to be very reliable. Push though, more so than caliber.
Millimeter.
This is the M11, and function rate on this. Now, is that a suppressor or is that?
Yeah, it's a suppressor. It's an older one, so it's not as quiet as some of the newer technologies, but it does quiet down the muzzle blast quite a bit.
You can see these two are. This is a 45, and that's a 9. Very rapid, and that's a whole magazine, wasn't it?
30 rounds.
30 rounds.
Unload the clip at once. I mean, the stuff they show you on TV, you see how fast these guns are, and a guy can shoot for 5 minutes on television. You know,
not reality.
it's that movie magic.
Yeah.
First go down.
Great. This is the RPK with a 30-round magazine. I guess that's a 30-round, huh? Yeah?
30 round.
There. Now then, we saw a remarkable difference. That was seemed much more controllable than the lighter barrel model.
Right.
And that was the whole magazine. It really didn't push you that much.
Not much at all. Because of the muzzle brake on it. It helps control the rise on it.
It really does. Makes a difference.
Loader.
Yeah, I watched it out.
This is for the M16 9mm. It loads 10 rounds per push.
And friends, our gospel